he gives actual quotes that you probably never even heard before. He said that Henry Ford was aware of it, all of them aware of it. This is the secret inner teachings that Napoleon Hill was not necessarily able to give out. This is one of the things that's missing from the secret. You are actually a broadcast tower that's broadcasting energy into the universe. And you wonder why you get the results you get and the people show up in your life, because it's what you're broadcasting.
It took me the longest out, when things weren't going my way, I was like, you know what, there's something I'm not doing. And I was trying to figure out what that thing was. I would go to these books and say, you know what am I not doing? What do these people know that I don't know? What do I see people that are succeeding? Like, what do they know that I don't know? But this is the thing. This is the good part about it, brothers. So I love Brother Neville, right? And Neville spoke about this type scenario. Neville talked about these transitions that happen on the planet over and over and over. And in 1951, Neville was on a radio station KECA in Los Angeles. And they were talking about this. And Neville said, he talked about one of the problems. He said the formation of organizations, political bodies, religious bodies, and social bodies is not enough. Now, is that not exactly what the book Behold the Pale Horse said? It said we have to destroy these political bodies. We have to destroy these religious bodies. We have to destroy these social connections, because that's going to be the key for people getting ahead. And Neville said we're to the point now where this stuff won't work. In other words, Neville said this stuff has been destroyed. So the brother said, Neville, how do we fix this? Neville said, everything depends on our attitudes towards ourselves. That which we will not affirm within ourselves can never develop. In other words, it goes back to all of his teaching. We become a man, a healthy society is a group of men that go out and try to, teach the youth. They try to, show the women how to grow up and be, come up and be virtuous women. They try to do community service. It's all about expressing outwardly. That's how you build communities. But Neville said there's going to come a point in time where that's no longer going to work. So the brother said, well, how do you fix that, Brother Neville? The brother said, he said, man is constantly looking around the world asking what is to be done. He says, the man is asking what will be done or what will happen, when he should ask himself, who am I? This world is in a bad spot. And the thing is, it's so bad and it's gotten there so slow. It's almost like this whole frog in the water thing. Like, we really don't understand how bad it is because we're in it. But I guarantee if you went to the graveyard and you woke somebody up, or resurrected somebody from 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, they wouldn't even recognize this planet. They would assume we were 400 or 500 years later. That's how much things have changed, man. I mean, even most of us that are at least 30 or above. Think about what life was like when we were children, man. Think about, and I'm not pro religion, of course, but think about how much religion and spirituality played in our schools. We were praying in schools when I was a kid, man. You can't even say the word God in a school nowadays. The government was praying. We're not saying that the government was on point then. People were different. I'm telling you, when I was growing up, every single home in my neighborhood, I could go to each one of my friends' house, and all of them's parents could get my ass, right? If I was acting up wrong. In the evenings, you would see all the men, congregating down the street, iron sharpening iron, right? You see all the women going over to one lady's house, maybe cooking and talking about, those days are gone, man. The last 15 years of my life, I lived in Louisiana, I lived in Georgia, Kentucky, I lived, here in Texas. I don't even know my neighbors anymore. And it's not like just now. It's the last 15 years of my life. The people right next door on each side of me, front, back, side, I don't even know their names, man. I haven't even waved to maybe but one of them. That's the world we're in, man. That's this pre-zombie state. You have to understand, it goes back to Art of War. I don't have it in here. When it talks about dividing and conquering, but you have to understand, you have to understand that like that's the secret to destroying a community. The more barriers you put between people, the more you separate them. So you look up, it's like, okay, first off, okay, you're white, you're Asian, I'm black, I'm this. Of course, that's a broad brand separation we all go by on this planet, right? That's actually separating us. Then you look at, okay, well, you're a Democrat, you're a Republican. Okay, there's another layer of situation. Even in the hood, you're a Blood, you're a Crip. There's separation. Oh, you're Christian, I'm Muslim. Oh, I'm this denomination of Christianity, which Christianity has a whole bunch. Those are only put in place to divide us. You have to think about this, man. Think about how many people are on this planet compared to the amount of people that are running this planet. It's like 1 to a million. It's like unreal numbers. And in your mind, you're saying, how can a small, it's almost like saying, how can one man control 30 million people? Like, how do they do that? It has to be an inside job, guys. And I'm telling you, the people that don't understand this inside job, man, they're finna get left behind, brothers. They're finna get left behind. Hold up. So how must we move as men in this new world, right? First off, we must be men of discernment, guys. In other words, with all the craziness going on in this world, we have to be men that see things and call it what it is. That see things and call it what it is. Like I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in the news. A lot of people getting quote unquote persecuted, for saying things. We have to really see things for what it is. You have to look at like freedom of speech. We no longer have freedom of speech. Like there was a point in time 20 years ago where you could get on TV and talk straight up about the president. You could talk about anything you want. That was one of the beautiful things we had that a lot of people don't have. Brother, those days are gone. You post a YouTube video and you say one thing that may sound wrong, brother, they'll shut your whole channel down. They will shut your whole channel down and won't even tell you. You get on social media. And this one thing about when we talk about freedom from the employment, when you're up under the jurisdiction of a company, you can't even be free to get on social media and post what you want. If you're pro this or pro that, man, you mess around and lose your job just for expressing your freedom. So we have to be men of discernment. And when I say that, we simply have to be men of understanding what's going on in this world. I believe in the fact that thou shalt not judge, but thou shalt at least know, what the hell is going on. Be aware, man. The second one is by far, to me, one of the most important. Men of discipline, right? Guys, I'm saying this, and when I say this, I'm mainly talking to myself. I'm talking to myself first. Like playtime, as far as like us not being men of discernment, us not being men of discipline, brother, it's over with. Those days are over with. And again, I'm talking to myself first. Because think about what I said that this whole thinking and stuff is heavier now. Like manifestation is heavier now. Brother, if you moving wrong, you can destroy your whole kingdom in a matter of seconds. So, and what I mean by that is, if you have a problem with some kind of vice, whether it's alcohol or drugs, if you got a problem, man, when you still running them women, whether you married or not, if you still got these rotation of women, brother, I'm telling you that effect that a plethora of women has on a man is getting ready to be multiplied now. Because these days, this thing is closing. It's closing, and I don't know if it has anything to do with this gate thing. I'm sure that might, I'm not heavy in astrology, but there's a lot of moving parts, and the way we have to move, guys, we have to be men of discipline, and it's not easy, man, because think about it. We have access to look at women in the hub 24 hours a day. Brother, I went to Kroger's this morning. Man, it looked like Freaknik, man. I was just observing, man. And, you know, and when I'm in there, you know, I'm a man. I can speak to y'all brothers. When I'm in Kroger's, brother, it's like I'm in a club, man. I'm pushing my cart around, nothing but cheeks, bro. Nothing but cheeks and breasts. And I'm like, damn, like I'm shopping. It's almost like a win-win. I'm shopping and getting the whole front row seat of women. But it's like, man, it's like we have to understand that this is eating at our souls. And I didn't understand this, bro. When I first, you know, I converted to Islam in 2003, and I practiced that for a number of years. I couldn't understand before that why the women dress like they dress. I was like, man, why are they, you know? But I fully understood it when I went to Jumu'ah for the first time, and I saw women, you know, dressed a certain way. I was like, I get it now. When I finally went back to the church and went and saw women in skirts, I fully understood why. But that preacher was just want. I didn't hear nothing, bro. I'm looking at acid. I'm looking at like at church. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I saw that thing coming, but now that's in the stores. You know, it used to be you go to the club, you can see it in church, but now you can't go to Walmart without seeing it, man. You're seeing butt cheeks, man. So we have to be men of discernment. We have to be men of discipline. But that last one hit home, man. Oh, I got the wrong screen. Hold on, brother. That last one said we must be creators. It goes back to what Neville said. It goes back to what Neville said, that last line. Neville said we must be, he said we must be creators. Neville said, man is constantly looking around the world asking what is to be done, what will happen, when he should ask himself, who am I? So, brother, if we don't know anything else about moving forward for the remainder of 2021 to the remainder into this phase, this world silent phase is transition. If nothing else, every single time, every single day we wake up, we have to know who we are.